leaving for chemo. It's nice out today, so I decided to walk. And I'm going to take the subway in. I'm going to walk to the further stop. It gives me a little bit of exercise on the way. It's about probably 10 or 15 blocks. So it gets my blood pumping. So I've got about 4 blocks left. Today's trip took me, by the time I get there it'll take about an hour, I think, door to door, which is actually not too bad. So they just took my blood and changed my dressing. So I'm just waiting for the doctor, and then I'll go down and start chemo. And here's where I'll be today. Nice recliner. Here's the TV, which I've never turned on. The remote that I am sitting on. So it's pretty comfortable. So the nurse will come in and hook me up to an IV right into my PICC line, so I don't have to get stuck with needles. And today they're going to give me Benadryl, so I'm going to take a nice nap because it makes me very drowsy. And here I am in my lazy boy, not reclined yet. I'll probably eat lunch when I wake up, because I'll be here for probably 5 hours or so. A few hours later, I woke up from my nap, had lunch. I think we've got about a half hour left of the chemo that is being given to me by IV, and then they're going to give me a different drug in a pump that I'll wear around my waist and I'll take home with me. And so tomorrow all you have to do is come in to get the pump changed. And it's actually pretty nice because it gives me the flexibility to do some work. I don't have to be here all day. I just come in for maybe like about an hour. Usually what I'll do is I'll make lunch plans so I can have lunch with a friend before. So it makes the trip in kind of worthwhile, because actually the trip each way takes about as long as the chemo appointment. So it's better to kind of have something to do. And I'll have, I've started the prednisone, so I'll have plenty of energy. My iPad with me so I can do some work. There's Wi-Fi here. I can check my email, I can watch Netflix, check Facebook. Play music if I want. So it's pretty easy in many ways. It's very relaxing. I have a private space here, and I like to pull the curtain so I can snooze if I want, and so it's a little more private. And that means we're done. And here's my pump. And so I'll wear this around my waist for the next 22 hours. And it's hooked up into my PICC, goes under my shirt, and into me. And I'll come back tomorrow afternoon and get it changed again. And this will be for the next 3 days. And on the 5th day I get an IV again. And we're
done. So I'm gonna head to the subway and get myself home. And I feel pretty much normal. My only issue is I feel sometimes a little groggy after the Benadryl. But I feel perfectly fine to take the subway home. I used to have a friend come in the first couple of rounds just in case. That's what the doctor recommended. And after the third round, I think it was, I spoke to them and they said, "You're fine." And I would hop a cab, but since I feel fine, I'd rather take the subway and not sit in rush hour traffic. It's actually quicker. So I've got my pump on. It's around my waist. And it looks a little strange, but not so bad. I have the jacket on to cover it. I'm waiting for someone to think that I've got a bomb or something strapped to me because they see this thing with wires coming out of it. And sometimes it beeps, so. But that's not very likely to happen. We'll be fine. This one is the last part. 3 flights up. And I'm so used to this walk. It barely faces me, even after chemo. These last few steps, though, is when I start to feel it, but not bad at all. So I get my exercise and home, and so that's chemo day 1 of cycle 5, and I'll go back tomorrow. And by the end of the week, I will have 1 more left. So it looks like we're all on track. We'll wrap up. 3 weeks from today will be the beginning of the 6th cycle. So about a month from today, I'll be all done. And I'll be ready to move on. See everybody later.